What's up, Alex? Found a random spare hour or so to live stream, so
EA Sports.
I don't know how long I'm going to be on here, though, guys. But hopefully an hour, maybe 2 hours tops, but, you know.
Great job, guys. Oh, that was so much fun today. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support.
Good, man.
That's it, mate. That's the 100.
No complaints. Took care of some things in the morning, played with the kids in the afternoon, and then they went off to a birthday party for one of my wife's friends, and therefore I didn't feel obligated to go. So I decided to stay. How's your day been, Alex? All right. What do we have today? We have Liquid Death, Cherry, Obituary. One of my favorite flavors. How's everyone doing? You pulled an all-nighter with the streamer? Who? Yeah, I wasn't planning on streaming today, but I found like an extra hour. My kids are at a birthday party and my wife took him to it, and I wasn't needed. But knowing her, she's probably only going to be there for like an hour, 2 at tops, so... The Smiling Monkey, huh? Interesting. I'm not very familiar with the world of streaming, so... That's funny, V4. It's the Mozavision GS. It's nice. I like it. Definitely worst wheels out there. Let me get my fan going. That's a necessity. Especially since it's cold today, which means that the heater's on, and the heater, the vent in my office, runs strong for some reason. All right, what track should we race today? Since we only have like maybe an hour, and I don't want to be stuck like just beginning a race when they get home, so I'm probably only going to do 5 lappers, I think. Anyway, what should we do? I think Australia would be a good one. I think we should do... We could do Saudi, sure. What else do you want to see? Miami? You want to do Baku? Fine. Not the biggest fan of Baku, but we can do it anyway. Let's see. Maybe Silverstone? Red Bull Ring? Trying to pick ones that we haven't done recently. Maybe Brazil? Vegas? We did Vegas yesterday. Yuck. Not picking Mexico. My least favorite track. Miami? Wanna do Miami? Otto, appreciate the follow. Bruno, appreciate the follow. And then we'll finish with Abu Dhabi. How about that? I feel like this is probably enough for 5 lappers. Why don't we just do one more just in case? Fine, we'll do Mexico. We'll do Mexico and then we'll finish with... Oh, I must have skipped it. There we go. All right. That's our lineup. We are going to do quick 5 lappers. Do randoms. Fibble? What's up? Yeah, unfortunately, my Michigan State Spartans lost to Duke, but it was only by 6 points. And to be honest, like we're like a tier 2A blue blood, and Duke is like the blue bloods of blue bloods. So we never beat them. Every single time we play them, we never beat them. So I honestly had zero expectations. I assumed we were just going to get blown out because that's what we typically do against Duke. You know, I feel like we've been making some headway with like UNC. We've been either getting a little better or they're just been a little worse than they've been in the past. But Duke is, it's their own animal, man. Oh, nice, Jay. Sweet. Yeah, Michigan State's it's a great team to be a fan of, but definitely wish that they could take that one step up and be like that true blue blood team. Like I feel like we're half a step below the Dukes, the Kansas. I say we don't have the same prestige as like Kentucky, or we're definitely a half step below like UConn as well. Why isn't your wheel telling the speed and revving? Because I haven't started the game yet. All right. Let's go ahead and just throw some AI in here, Alex. Oh, by the way, this is open lobby, guys, so if anyone wants to join, feel free. Otherwise, I'll just start adding some AI folks in here. Throw some Max, some Yuki. Throw the Williams in here. Put Isaac and Liam. Oh yeah, and what is the AI setting that I have? How do I find that out? Because I don't remember. Go to difficulty. Where's difficulty? Oh, right here. Duh. Freaking blind. All right. Put it to 90. All right. Oh, Toffee, what's up? Fever, I see you. All right, just a heads up, guys. We're only going to do 5 lappers because I'm only doing this until my my wife and kids come back from my kid's birthday party. But once they're back, I'm out of here. Alfie, what's your gamer tag again? Yo, my day's good. Ran some errands in the morning. Played with the kids outside. Watched my team lose in a very close game. No, it's not day drinking. I am drinking Liquid Death, Cherry, Obituary. My favorite flavor. I generally try to gravitate towards cherry flavored stuff, I feel like. Ugh. Otto, you gotta find me, man. I do not send friend invites. But if you can find me, more than welcome. And also make sure you send me a friend invite too. All right. I feel like this is good enough to start for now. Okay. WW, thanks for sharing. Mr. Lazy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. All right. Let's go, guys. Time's a wasting. My wife already texted me and said that she's already over being at this party, so this might be a very short live stream, guys. Hopefully she sticks it out a little bit longer. Dylan, what's up? Who do I think is going to win the world championship? I think now that the grid is set, I'm going to say that it is going to be Lando. Especially since Lando's in second and Oscar is in third. So Oscar's behind, right? So there's kind of that cushion. And especially since Max, see, it'd be a different story if Max was behind both of them because then there's a legit chance. But Max, you know Max, he gets awesome starts. He's going to be well ahead of both of them by probably not the first corner because the first corner comes up really quickly, but by like the third or fourth corner, I'm going to say that Max has a decent enough lead that it's not going to be like contested. And at that point in time, I mean, I think Lando's going to win. And frankly, once there's like a decent amount of gap and everyone's settled in, Oscar should just hold back the rest of the pack so that there's plenty of buffer between him and Lando and Max. The Journey Beckons, appreciate the follow. Leo, appreciate the follow. The setup overview, wow, 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 wow. Oh, Brayden, you're in Maryland right now, huh? What for? Big. Appreciate the follow. As always.
Yellow flag.
I got a warning. It was just sitting there. Why wasn't there a yellow flag or something? Or maybe there was. Lewis, thanks for the follow. I know, he was sleeping there. He wasn't even attempting to move.
But it's not over yet. Stay focused.
Oh no, it's pretty much over. Unknown, hi.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
So how does everyone feel about qualifying so far? Does everyone also feel like Lando's going to win? I honestly thought that the only way Lando wasn't going to win the drivers is if he didn't end up
We've
in the
got a
top
lot of
three.
spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
But now that he got second, I think it's a wrap. And it'll officially be a wrap once they get past the, maybe not the first, not the first corner, but the, after that long sort of like sweeping left and right, and they hit that first hard
Caution,
left-hander,
caution.
I think it's basically over.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
Look, it's my teammate. This isn't real racing? No, it's definitely not real racing. It's a simulation. Lens, what's up, man? How do you feel about qualifying? Boy, thanks for the follow. Cheeky Charlie, thanks for the follow. Rodrigo, thanks for the follow.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres.
Yeah,
so
quali
try
was
to get
great.
past.
Really excited for that first corner of tomorrow's race. First corner and then maybe the second hard left. But then after that, I think people are going to kind of settle in. And I think it's probably going to be.
Final lap, push, push.
I think it's basically going to be set after that. And then people are probably just going to be praying for bad pit stops or, some mechanical issues or something like that. Whoops. Hi. No, please, after you.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I don't play ranked lobbies. Do you see how I'm driving? That'd be such a mess. I'm not Yuki, but this might be Yuki's future here soon. All right, well, that was an interesting first race. Oh, by the way, we're only doing 5 lappers this time, guys. My wife and kids are at a birthday party, so I'm just hopping on here really quick to do a live stream. But once they're back, I'm hopping off. Yeah, my family's actually not gonna. My sister and brother-in-law actually isn't flying down until later on this evening. So, but soon after the live stream, I'll probably be heading to the airport to pick them up. Gabe is a bear. Thanks for the holiday tater. 2 of them, in fact. Appreciate that. Thule, thanks for the follow. Santi, sure, absolutely, you can join. LSX, thanks for the follow. Do I watch any racing live? I mean, I try to watch the F1 races live. A lot of the times I watch them on delay, or sometimes I only have time to watch the highlights, but, you know. When I have time, I certainly try to watch the races live. I'm primarily a Formula One fan anyways. I'm not, like, the biggest fan of other motor racing. Oh, in person. Oh, that's what you mean. No, I haven't. My brother-in-law got free tickets from work like a few years ago. And he actually had a spare ticket, but he ended up taking somebody else. I don't think he realized I was an F1 fan at that point in time. But I'm hoping next time he gets it. He didn't get any this year, but I'm hoping, I don't know, if he ever gets another set of free tickets that I'll get an invite this time. Can you share your setup? Absolutely. So the rig I have is the Track Racer Alpine TRX. I have the 49-inch Samsung Odyssey G9 monitor, the 1000R. And then I have the Moza Vision GS wheel. I have the Moza R21 wheelbase. I have the Moza CRP2 pedals. And I also have the Moza sequential shifter and the handbrake as well. All right, I think I can get rid of some of these AI folks, right? Or do they automatically remove? Oh, well, I'll remove it anyway. Jose, thanks for the follow. Yesri, thanks for the follow. Nick, thanks for the follow. John, appreciate the follow. Well, monitor the 49-inch Samsung Odyssey G9 1000R. What wheel do I use for rally? I use the cheapest round wheel that Moza carries that isn't bundled into like the R3s or the R5s. I don't remember which one it is because they always have like just like initials for them. So it's like, it's not the GS. Is it the AS? No. RS? No. Regardless, even the cheapest one that they offer is still really good quality. I mean, you don't get like a ton of carbon fiber on it and like that sort of stuff, but like it all feels very solid. The buttons still feel very solid. So I'm really happy with Moza's quality top down. Matt, appreciate the follow. All right, what are we doing? Okay, we're doing Jeddah. No, I'm not ready yet. Wait, where are we? Oh, yeah, Saudi. Nice. Dude, a lot of people have Logitechs. A lot of people love them, and they're faster than I am, so. Mikkel, appreciate the follow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Went over the curb of death there for a second. Oh, I put the order on random, guys, so... Johnny, thanks for the follow. Mike, appreciate the follow. Jude, thanks for the follow as well. When does the race start tomorrow? That's a good question. Does anyone know when the race starts tomorrow? Salva Tierra, appreciate the follow. Smiley face, upside down smiley face. Well, anyway, appreciate the follow. I missed a couple of you guys too. Thanks for the follow. Sam, thanks for the follow. I feel like it's like noon Eastern, if I'm remembering correctly, or it might be 11 o'clock Eastern.
Battery
4K for
charge
what?
high,
Thanks for the
use that
follow.
overtake button a bit more.
Do I play Le Mans Ultimate? I actually bought that game on Black Friday, but I haven't even downloaded it yet. That was a bold place to overtake.
Okay, clear.
That shitbox G35. Appreciate the follow. Oh, is it 8 a.m. Eastern? That might actually be perfect for me. I might be able to actually watch it. Yeah, so many people recommended Le Mans, so I definitely bought it. It was on like a really good sale, wasn't it? Like 20 some bucks on Black Friday.
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past
I'm definitely
the
gonna
quick
play it
gap.
when I
Push, push.
find time to. Swish, thanks for the follow. Lucas, thanks for the follow. No, I have damage off for these open lobbies. Putting damage on an open lobby is a very risky decision. Ah. "4K, this is a Moza Vision GS. I think they came out with it sometime early last year or late last year. Definitely very good quality, very sturdy. The shape is very odd, and I don't know if it's worth the price tag for it. Like, I don't know if it's worth the $6.99 price tag, but
Gap ahead.
definitely a nice steering
5
wheel.
seconds.
This is PC. Unfortunately, a lot of the sim racing equipment is only compatible with PC, so
Okay,
is that
final
from
lap,
Amazon?
let's go.
No,
Final lap.
it's not. I wish it was on it. Well, I think you might be able to buy some Moses stuff on Amazon now. But I don't know if you can buy the steering wheel from Amazon. I think non-sale price is around like $6.99, $7.50. You might be able to find it cheaper right now during the holidays though. Who do I think? Which team do you think will be good next year? I think Aston will be good next year because they put all that money in. They have Adrian Newey. Unfortunately, they still have two drivers that aren't very good. Unfortunately, but I think that Aston will surprise a lot of people. Oh, no way. Well, then 4K, you probably know which one this is then. This is also, well, I guess my big head is covering the first corner, but. Ricardo, thanks for the follow. Thanks. Mozavision GS. And it's usually $6.99. You might be able to get it on sale for a little bit cheaper. Yeah. I turned off ghosting because it adds like an extra layer of, for me, entertainment. But that's probably why. I'm sure ghosting would have turned on like a million times already. The whole setup, minus the PC, is probably 5 to 6K. Ryan, Mozavision GS. All right, guys. So now that it looks like there's plenty of people on here, and if anyone wants to join, feel free. It's an open lobby, but make sure you add me as a friend on EA, because I will start just removing people that haven't added me. It's really the only way to know that, you know, you're not just some rando joining a lobby and you're actually watching me on stream. How does ghosting work in this game? Basically, if you had some sort of collision, you're going to ghost. So if you like hit a wall, then you're ghost and people can probably go right through you. Or if you bump somebody, then you'll probably ghost and they can more than likely go through you. I don't know. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's more or less how it works. All right, guys, let's go through and see if there are any randos that need to get removed. Let's see. Toffee, it looks like your best friend. Oh, wait. Is he? Tobbs? I don't see him on here. I wish there was an easier way to tell whether someone is. Puggy Ethan, are you on here? Puggy Ethan. Cohort, are you on here? Mischievous Dre, are you on here? Anyone? Oh, you're in Vix. Okay, cool. Well, you've already added me as a friend, so that's fine. All right, I'll start with Cohort. See you later. Puggy Ethan. I don't think you've said anything, so I'll go ahead and get rid of you too. Mischievous Dre, I'll go ahead and kick you as well. Where do you read chat? Well, yeah, you can see my screen. So my chat's right here. This is my TikTok chat. And then here below is my Twitch, YouTube, and Kick chat. And they're not as active as my TikTok, which is the reason why it's bigger. Yep, my YouTube channel is the same name. It's essentially the same as my TikTok, where I just like post recaps of my live stream, and then I also post the actual live stream on it too. I used to do long form videos, but it just took too much time, and I'm just way too busy between work, family, like being able to carve out a couple hours of live stream most nights is basically as far as I can go in terms of commitment at this point in my life. So the whole thing of like spending hours like editing videos and like that sort of thing, I just can't do that. I don't know what symbol that is, but appreciate the follow nonetheless. Do I think Lando will win? Yes, I do. I think now that the positions are set, I do think that Lando is going to win. No more bumper cars, please. Oh, Jackson. Oh, this first corner is going to be rough, guys. Just letting everyone know now. Yep. Told you. Oh, and I got a 2-second penalty? This game is unbelievable.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
I set it on random, so it's just on random for positioning. I feel like that's only fair at this point.
Yellow flag.
Oh, what? All right, yeah, you're right. I'll just turn grieving back on. I feel like it's slightly more civilized at night when all my regulars are typically on here, and there's definitely a lot of regulars on here too, but it only takes one to cause a huge pile up when you turn grieving off. Bennett, thanks for the follow. Navik, thanks for the share. Appreciate it. 4K, you should, man. Just especially since they're not coming out with F126. And it's just going to be an expansion pack.
DRS,
You might as well own F125. And I don't know if it's on sale anymore, but it was on sale for like 20 bucks during Black Friday. Thanks for the share, appreciate it. Mila, thanks for the follow. Jaden, appreciate the like. Oop. Oh.
Caution, caution.
Excited for the new Vegas track. How's the Vegas track gonna be, Neil? Oh, you mean just new for you because you have F122. I get it now. Sorry, a little slow over here. I use the Moza Vision GS wheel. Oh, that was close. Steering wheel usually goes for like $6.99, I'd say. Might be able to get it on sale for a little bit
Okay,
sooner.
clear.
DC, it feels weird, man. Although from a setting perspective, it kind of feels the same just because I have blackout covers on the windows so that the sunlight doesn't mess with any of the lighting. So it kind of feels like it's dark. For the whole setup, it was probably 6K minus the PC. Add an extra 2K for the PC. Oh, Nathan, you mean the lack of racing etiquette? It's typical open lobby. It's like the worst example of like a mixture of road rage and, you know, people feeling that like level of invincibility being in a car. And yeah, open lobbies bring the worst out of people. Turtle Man, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, I know. Why did I get the penalty for that? It made no sense at all whatsoever. That's the one thing with this game is that they make very questionable decisions, which I guess is close to the real life FIA, right? Bentley, this is the Moza Vision GS.
Green flag. Gap to your teammate behind, 16.6 seconds.
Oh, Cash, you think you're probably mistaking me with somebody else, because I don't play with other content creators. I'm not that famous. No one knows who I am yet. But maybe one day. You're probably thinking of that other Asian guy that does like the long form videos too. Who I look nothing like, by the way. And he's also way better than I am. Let's see, you got the R3, but in the game, the wheel is always 180 degrees turned, and I don't know how to fix it. Foy Boy, thanks for the follow. What do you mean the wheel's always 180 degrees?
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
You mean that the wheel is always turned to 180 degrees, like visually? Like on the screen? Does that affect how you're driving? Like, does it constantly make you go left or something? Yeah, the one thing with Moza is that they're very finicky about making sure that you have the game configured to the Pithouse app. I was kind of having that issue too when I first got my setup, is that I didn't configure the game to the Pithouse app. So some of like the functions wouldn't work, like the RPM lights wouldn't sync up, like that sort of thing. But once I configured it to the Pithouse app, everything worked out fine. So maybe give that a shot and see if that works. Captain Crunch, thanks for the follow. Manny, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Kidda, thanks for the follow. Oh, you mean with just like other regular TikTokers? Yeah, I do that all the time. So my wheel is at center, and in the game, it's facing down. Really? Odd. Yeah, I'd say give that Moza Pithouse thing a try. Try configuring it to the Pithouse app and see if that works. KKC, thanks for the follow. Valtteri or Nico? Definitely Nico. I mean, Nico won a world championship, so. Yuki not in 2026, so sad. Really? People have really strong opinions about Yuki not being on the grid. I mean, I don't think he was that good, to be honest with you. I was very disappointed, not knowing any background about him before he came into F1. I was super pumped that we were going to have a Japanese driver on the grid, but he sucks. He's never shown any potential at all whatsoever, at least not in Formula One. He was pretty mid his entire time in Racing Bull. He was just like always hot-headed, angry, yelling all the time. And then once he went to Racing Bull, he just kind of proved what most people already knew, which was that he's not very good, and he stunk up the back of the field. So I'm fine with him leaving. There has to be better Japanese driver. You're going to tell me that he's the best example of a Japanese driver that's out there? That just makes me sad if that's true. Surge, 6K minus the PC, add an extra 2K for the PC. So 2K for the rig, the Track Racer Alpine TRX. Wheelbase pedals, roughly 2K as well. And then 1K for the monitor. And then you add stuff like the sequential shifter, the handbrake, that sort of stuff. DC, you think that's too tough on Tsunoda? I mean, he's just not good. Is it like a league? I do have a league that races, excuse me, most Sundays. And we're on week 5 of our inaugural league. But otherwise, it's all just open lobby. So anyone can join. Just make sure you add me as a friend on EA so you don't run the risk of getting kicked when the lobby fills up. But otherwise, yeah, I just like to do open lobbies. It invites people in. It makes it interactive. It makes it fun for everyone. So I never really understood anyone that likes to just sit there and just have people just watch them do like time trials and stuff. That just seems so boring. Surge, thanks for the follow. RIP All Legends, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I agree. Yuki isn't good. Lawson isn't very good. All right, hold on a second, guys. Let me change the settings and turn griefing back on, because seems like the crowd is having a tough time right now with it. Dr. Doolittle, appreciate the follow. Yeah, I guess he's not any worse than other mediocre drivers. But here's the thing. From all the mediocre drivers, I feel like he's hung on the longest outside of maybe Lance. Right? All the other mediocre drivers have kind of come and gone because they're bad. But for some reason, Yuki just keeps sort of hanging on. I'm sure it had to do with the Honda partnership and the fact that Red Bull has a terrible development team at this point and doesn't have any real promising other drivers to fill up 4 spots. That's really the only reason why he's still on the grid. Nick, appreciate the follow. Brian, appreciate the follow. Yeah, but Colapinto hasn't been on the grid for so long. I mean, how many years have Yuki been has been on the grid, and it's been mid, if not worse? It's been at least 5 years, right? Ethan, thanks for the follow. I think that Lando's going to win, and I want Lando to win. But I put $5 on Oscar just in case he wins, because if he wins, I think I get 60 or 70 bucks out of my $5 I put in. So I wouldn't mind if Oscar wins. Skur, thanks for the follow. But if you're talking about who's going to win the race, I think Max is going to... I'm almost 100% certain he's going to win the race. But now that Lando is second and Oscar is third, I think it's just going to be Lando. He's just going to kind of cruise, just make sure he's in the top 3, and I think he's going to be good. What do we think about George? Dude, George, real professional, nice guy, great talent. He was in an unfortunate position where they really didn't want to mess with that Valtteri Lewis chemistry or lineup, where there was a clear distinction between the number 1 and the number 2, especially while their cars were dominant. And I feel like that kind of screwed over George. Because he was in that Williams car for way too long. And he missed the opportunity of being in one of the great Mercedes cars. And unfortunately, he got brought into Mercedes when they had that terrible zero pod design that didn't work, but yet they still kept hanging on to it for, what was it, 2 years? Before they were fine, I guess we were wrong. But I really like George. The wheel, how much? $6.99 usually. You might be able to get it cheaper right now. Oh man, Lando and Oscar colliding in turn 1. I really hope that doesn't happen. That's the worst case scenario, because then you're just because then you're ruining it, not only for each other, but for the collective team too. That would be the worst case scenario. And if I was Zach Brown, I would spend a minimum of 2 hours chewing them out after the race if they end up colliding with each other. And I'd probably dock their pay or something. I don't know. I don't even know if you can do that, but Jay, thanks for the follow. Daddy Tsunoda. I mean, I am Japanese, so that's got that part right at least. Yeah, like an older, chubbier version of Yuki. I guess we both kind of have like a naturally wider sort of face for a Japanese person, so I guess that's fair. Zayden, this is the Moza Vision GS. Max, hello. What do you think about Kimi? I would not. Oh, yeah, that's right. I ignored one of the questions about rookies. I think Isaac by far has been the best rookie. Well, no, that's not fair. I wouldn't say by far, but I think that Isaac has been the best rookie. And that's with stiff competition. I mean, Ollie has been great. Gabby has been really good. Kimmy's been good. I mean, there's really tough competition. I mean, I don't remember the last time there were so many rookies that did so well on the grid. But no, Kimmy's good. Considering that Kimi had the added pressure of being in one of the top cars, I felt like he dealt with it fine. He didn't blow anyone away, but he did get podium a couple times, right? So I think he did good. But I think Isaac definitely did the best job out of all of them. But it's hard to compare just because, like, Haas was pretty bad except for, like, a few moments or a few races. Same with the Kick. Also a bad car. It's just, like, it's hard to compare when Kimmy's in, like, by far the best car and Isaac's Racing Bull is way better than I think people expected it to be. Oh yeah, that's right. Kimi did win a sprint at Miami. I forgot about that. That's true. Trippy HD, thanks for the follow. What's my EA? It's average at best racer, AVG at best racer. Oh, I know. I'm a little disappointed that he's joining Racing Bull. I said this all along on these live streams. I was really hoping that they were going to give Isaac one more year in the junior team before they throw him into the fire. Because again, this is the guy where just, 6 months ago on his first race, he was crying. His first race. Remember that, guys? He crashed and he started crying. And Lewis's dad had to console him. Remember that? Remember that? That was only like 6 months ago, guys. And now you're going to be putting him into probably what's going to be the most difficult car to drive with the best driver on the grid as your teammate and as your benchmark. Yeah, there's a reason why all the seconds have performed poorly. It's the same reason why Carlos Sainz couldn't cut it. There's a reason why Pierre Gasly couldn't cut it. There's a reason why Alex Albon couldn't cut it. I mean, do I think that Isaac is a better talent than all of them? Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'd say it's hard to make that argument.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
No, this is Silverstone. KRXZY, thanks for the follow. Rubs. That's fine. I know. Aren't you happy to see that Yuki has found a place among live streamers? He's certainly fallen, and he's definitely aged a lot. You know, that stress of being in that Red Bull seat is definitely, giving him like 10 more years of aging. Cash the Wheel is $6.99, I believe. Although it might be on sale for the holidays right now, I'm not sure. Good win, Ivan. Mm-mm-mm. You know what they should do, though? They should also put in... Actually, no, I didn't think that through. I was thinking that they should put in some sort of algorithm, because it's so obvious when people are just trying to take people out. They should have some sort of algorithm that, like, detects it and then prevents people from doing that on these live streams. I'm not sure how feasible or possible that is, but I feel like that should be a thing. Like, dude, we have AI, like... Oh, was that you, Fever? I didn't even realize who it was. But with, like, all this technology, you're telling me you can't formulate a way of doing that? It should at least be a setting. The wheel looks like the Betzel I'm eating right now. What's a Betzel? Trucker John, thanks for the follow. Wheel is like $6.99 usually. Could be on sale right now. You want to put damage on? Oh, Jackson, that's a terrible idea. It's a really bad idea. One of your worst, probably. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's open lobbies with damage is usually a recipe for disaster. Skur, what do you mean by what's the goat? AK, thanks for the follow. You want me to turn... I can turn damage on for one race. It's only a 5-lapper, so if you want me to do it, I can do it. Oh, so you're asking me, like, who's the GOAT Formula 1 driver? Edwin, thanks for the follow. DCK BLLS. I wonder what that means. I think that Lando is going to win. Now that he's in second. Now that he qualified in second, I think he has it. But we'll see. Anything can happen. From a financial aspect, I'd like Oscar to win so I can win my my $70. All right. Anyway, hold on. Let me get rid of some randos. Articara, Berkeller. Let me know if any of you guys are on here. As long as you've added me as a friend, you are safe. Sebon EU, are you on here? Doblid, are you on here? Benetoyo Olivia. Are any of you guys on here? No? Okay. All right. I'm going to start kicking people. Oh, wait. I think we have a friend request. All right. Oh, wait. Nope, you're good. Sebon EU, see you later. Berkler, see you later. Oh, wait. Wait, who did I just get rid of? Oh, no. Did I just get rid of someone I shouldn't have? Sometimes when I click it and I go to click, if the list adjusts, it switches automatically to the person like below or underneath of them. Who's Debom? Oh, I see. I see what happened there. Kopaz. Kopaz, are you on here? Wait, who was I gonna... Rubzal, thanks for the follow. Natepad, are you sure you're on here? Oh, I see. Hold on, let me reset the clock again. All right, Cash, have a good one, man. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Pogoric? Pogoric? All right, I already mentioned Benito Y Olivia. All right, see you later. All right, I think there's definitely space now. So anyone, just feel free to join. All right, let's mess with the settings then, guys. You said you want damage on. I'm willing to do standard reduced. Do we also want grieving back on? Now let's put grieving enabled. Okay, cool. All right, there's damage on this time. How do you set up F125 up on PC? I'm getting one for Christmas, but I have it on PS5. Do I need a disc? No, you don't need a disc. You'll probably download it on Steam. Or if you can access the EA app through your PlayStation, then you might be able to get it. Like, for example, I have Xbox downloaded on my PC, and then through my Xbox Live, whatever tier that I have, I automatically have EA Play for free, and then I downloaded F1 through there. If that makes sense. I don't know if there's an equivalent for PlayStation or not, but that's how I have F125. So I didn't buy F125 through Steam. I have it through Xbox, through EA Play. Rocket, thanks for the follow. Who am I supporting in the race tomorrow? Lando. I'm not the biggest Max fan, so. G Money, thanks for the follow. Manny, sorry, I just saw it. I wasn't able to stop it. Max could run for. I mean, at this point in time, anyone could run for president of America. Like the qualifications are pretty low at this point. So, honestly, if based on the current choices that are out there, I might also vote for Max. You're right. But as a racing driver, I don't like him as much. Yeah. No, he's definitely one of the best drivers, top 5 easily at this point in time. I definitely admire his skill. He's just not the type of driver that I don't know, that I would enjoy supporting. Mal, what's up, man? All right. Thanks for joining, man. Have a good day. Yeah, I mean, no doubt he's a ridiculous driver. Whole setup around 5-6K, minus the PC. Remember, damage is on, guys. Ah, crap.
Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
All right, let's see if I can at least claw my way back to like 10. Which, based off of what was in front of me, I think is a real
That
possibility.
start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. Okay, DRS is now available.
Yeah, I severely cut the track, but no, I wasn't planning on being on, but I think I might have mentioned that that there was going to be a kid's birthday party, and I thought maybe I had to go, but it was one of my wife's friends' children that was having the birthday party, and it seemed like she was going to be able to handle it on her own. So I decided to take that time while they're at the birthday party to live stream. You know, be a little productive, work towards my my contingency plan. Which is to be a famous streamer.
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Do I not get bored of this game? No, I don't think so. There are definitely times where I wish that I was playing my rallying game. Like, if I'm honest, I probably like rally racing just as much as Formula One.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
And the only time I play is when I'm live streaming. So naturally, I only play Formula One games. But there are times where I wish that I was playing the rally game instead. The thing is that, like, for live streaming, I don't think that the rally game is really that great. One, there isn't really the concept of open lobby with rallying games, at least not in the same aspect. And also, with Formula One, I feel like you can kind of get away with, like, racing while also, like, being very diligent about, like, responding to you guys and having a conversation. But, you know, when you're going, like, 120 miles per hour in the middle of the woods, in snow or loose gravel, you kind of have to pay attention the whole time, too, so... Hoyland, appreciate the follow. No, Brayden, I have a circular wheel for my rallying. Samay, appreciate the follow. Oh no, rallying on this wheel would be a disaster. The amount of, like, constant wheel manipulation you have to do during rally racing and, like, correcting, overcorrecting, like, all that sort of stuff that you have to do, It would be impossible in like a wheel like this. Oh! This is the Moza Vision GS, and it usually goes for like $6.99. Thanks, MD. Yeah, put in a couple hours most nights. I really need to put in a couple hours
Okay, clear.
most nights on like time trial, really focusing. That was the one thing that I
Caution.
That was the one thing that I really liked about playing career mode before I started live streaming and stuff. Is that it kind of forced you to go through like all the practices, qualifying, like that sort of stuff. So it really forces you to learn the track. Abby, hey! Good to see you again. No, not a new setup. This is what my setup always looked like. I put a new camera angle.
I'm so happy.
Well, I guess a couple of new ones. So I kind of shifted that one to more of like a whole rig type of view. And then I bought another webcam to do just the view of the wheel since everyone seems really interested in that. Lucid, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really like the way this wheel looked. I thought it looked funky and weird. And it was also very expensive. But I got this as a bundle deal at Micro Center with the R21 wheelbase for a few $100 off the two. So I really bought it for the wheelbase discount. And then I thought, man, I mean, it has to be a good wheel because it's one of their, like, at the time, one of their flagship wheels that they had. So I decided to get it anyway. And I've kind of warmed up to it, so. Do the wheels work for Gran Turismo? I imagine it would. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. I haven't tried it on Gran Turismo, but I imagine it would. Mark Henry. Is Podrick a regular? I don't think so. Yeah, MD, that's really what I need to do because I really want to turn off ABS. That's like one of the big like milestones that I want to hit at some point in time. But you're right. I need to like spend like a couple days just picking a track or picking a few tracks and then just practicing. Reyes, appreciate the follow. Can you give me some money? No. But I appreciate you asking. All right, is anyone else trying to join? Because I can try to get rid of some randos if needed. How did you guys feel about having damage on? You guys want to keep it on? Optic Jumpman, Podrick. I guess you guys are on notice. Oslim 14. LNZ, appreciate the follow. All right, cool. I guess I'll go with Optic Jumpman first. See you later. Podrick, I'll get rid of you as well. Nate Pad. Oh no, you're good. Oslim. Oslim, are you in here? Oslim? Alright. See you later. Maple, you're good. You're good. MG18 1998. Are you on here? All right, see you later, MG. All right, I think we made some space. All right, well, we tried it. I'll turn the damage back off then. I'm telling you, I've done a lot of live streams, and turning on grieving and turning off damage is just all around the best way to go. Because you just never know who's going to be in here, what their mood is, what their agenda is, you know, all that sort of stuff. Twitch name, Casper, is the same as my TikTok. It's average at best racer. Gaudica, Nalgona. Molnar, appreciate the follow. Casper, thanks for the follow. No, Manny, I usually do longer races. I usually do short races with one-shot qualifying, so that's usually between like 14 18 laps. But I'm actually on ad hoc while my son is at a birthday party with my wife. And I want to be able to just hop off quickly when they come back. So that's the reason why I'm deciding not to do longer races this time. But on my normal live streams, I would. Whoa, thanks for the 3 game controllers. Thanks. One for me and one for each of my kiddos to play. Smoke detector, appreciate the follow. Yeah, we can't do qualifying for this short of a race. I would have to move it up to short, which would be the 14 to 18 lappers. Isn't the microphone stand in the way? No, it's not. So here's my setup. Here's kind of how I have it. So I have a standing desk literally right next to my sim rig that I use when I work from home. And I have it raised all the way up, and then I have this boom mic clamped to the desk, and I just have it just like tilted down. So it's over my screen, but you know, when I'm just staring at just this middle part, it definitely isn't impeding at all. Damage is off, Jackson. The lobby's under my name, Average at Best Racer, AVG at Best Racer. Ooh, got a pretty decent start there. Until I got put... Oh, whoops. I don't know why in my mind I thought that was part of the track that I was re-entering to.
That move was illegal, I'm afraid, mate. Return the position, give it back.
My bad, Timmy. I don't think I broke late there.
All right, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Nice, MD. That's awesome.
Caution. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next
GR, thanks for the follow. Evan, thanks for the follow. Anthony, thanks for the follow as well.
Green flag.
Rachel Paulson, thanks for the follow. Jesus, hello. Whoa, there's a back marker already? It's only the second lap.
watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.
Just a Kart Racer, appreciate the follow. Deco, appreciate the follow. Jesus, appreciate the follow.
Let's use overtake and burn off some
Aria
energy.
attempts to review, appreciate the follow. Nice, MD. So are you doing like the time trials right now? With ABS off? I thought that you were telling us a story about something you were doing before, not what you're doing currently. Jesus, I don't always do 5 lappers. For my usual live streams, I do the first race as a 5 lapper to allow folks to kind of shuffle in to the stream, and then after that I do short races with one shot quali. So one shot quali with 14 to 18 laps. I'm just keeping it short today because I'm just streaming while my wife and my kids are out at a friend's birthday party. But I don't want to be stuck at like lap 2 of an 18 lapper when they come home. So just gonna do 5 lappers. I know people hate doing 5 lappers. I mean, I think it's all right. I guess the fun part is that there's a reset, a very quick reset. So whatever happens, you only have to deal with it for a few laps. Plus, you get to go through a whole lot of races, too, which is kind of
Okay,
fun.
mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
On a normal live stream, I'm on for, 2 hours, roughly, maybe a little bit more. And even just like the short races, the 14 to 18 lappers, and the one-shot quali, I can usually only go through maybe 3 of them before my 2 hours before I hit the 2-hour mark. So it's nice that we're able to just like go through like a shit ton of races. Taro, appreciate the follow. Thanks for the share as well. Dexter, thanks for the follow. Sergi, good work. Good win. Brazil's tough.
Caution, caution. Green flag.
Oh man, I don't know how you guys feel. Do you guys like the race more than qualifying? I personally actually like qualifying better than races most of the time. I'm obviously excited to watch the race tomorrow because of the implications, but in general, I kind of like qualifying better than their actual races. The races can be kind of boring a lot of the times. Like the first few corners will be exciting, but then once everyone settles in, then it's like just like a procession almost. And it's not always like that, but it can be like that a lot of the time. So I kind of like how quick qualifying is. I like how everyone's going all out. I like the suspense a lot of the time of quali. So I've always been a big fan of quali. Brian, thanks for the follow. ... Appreciate the follow. Max, appreciate the follow. Jesus, have a good one. Thanks for joining. ZH, Maxim, thanks for the 2 roses. Appreciate it. Brett, thanks for the follow. N099, appreciate the follow. Hugo B, appreciate the follow. Why is everyone grieving? Because everyone's just smashing into each other. It's open lobby, man. Peyton, thanks for the follow. Jabril von Gitray. Appreciate the follow. Nathan, thanks for the follow. Yeah, who's everyone got for the race? I mean, everyone's been asking me, but who do you guys have for the race? I have Lando. Now that it's Max, Lando, Oscar, top 3 after quali, I think Lando has it now. Blank, appreciate the follow. Yeah, you guys have Max? Yeah, you guys have Max? I think Max is going to win. 100%. I think Max is going to win. But do you think something's going to happen where Lando's going to lose that podium spot? I think if it was anyone else in that top 3 spot, except for Oscar, I feel like he had less of a chance of winning. But I think that Oscar and Lando, despite them, for this race in particular, are not going to be part of a team and they're going to be racing for each other. I think they're still going to be in the back of their mind the thought that they're still teammates. They're still going to have to be teammates for the next few years. And I imagine I think they like each other too, to some extent. I think that's all going to play a factor, and I think that's all going to benefit Lando. And I do not think that they're going to come together. ESSJ Brandon 7, thanks for the rose, appreciate it. I said this earlier, Jackson, but if Lando and Oscar collide, they're gonna get like a day's worth of yelling at from Zach. If I was Zach, that's what I would do. I would just put in 5 hours on their schedule the day after, and I would just spend that whole 5 hours chewing them out. I know, but the issue is that by going for it, they could just be ruining both of their chances. They could just be serving the championship to Max on a big old silver platter. So I hope they don't forget that. Yeah, you think Oscar would get yelled at and not Lando? I think it would depend on the situation, but I see where you're getting at there. How will Stroll ruin their race for everyone? That's a good question. I don't know. All right, Miami. I'm actually surprised my wife isn't back yet. Considering like an hour ago, she told me that she was already over this party. I'm surprised she hasn't come back yet. Bryce, this is $6.99 roughly. Oh my God, the unbelievable amount of grieving that happened there. You think Yuki's gonna play a big role? I don't know. Wait, I forgot. Where did Yuki end up? I just remember being shocked that he made it out of the top 15. And I think he even made it to the final round, right? I don't remember what place he got.
Okay, the
Oh, he
start
got
is
P10.
fine. Let's try and move forward.
Okay, well then I think he's too far to make any
Yellow
difference.
flag. We can now
Although
use
what he
DRS.
could do, I
DRS now available.
suppose, is like if the perfect scenario happens and it's near the end of the race and the scenario allows Max to win the drivers, you could
Okay, clear.
tell Yuki to just crash. Or maybe it can just be like a, well, you wouldn't be able to say it on the radio, because then it'll be like that one situation again, all over again. But maybe they can talk to him before the race in private. Otto, thanks for joining, man. Have a good night. Maybe they can speak to each other in private and say, like, hey, if there's like 5 more laps to go or something like that, and Max is winning and Lando is not in the top 3, then why don't you just crash? Anything that could potentially spark like a red flag or a safety car or something like that to finish the race.
You need to give that place back, I'm afraid. That was an
Why?
illegal overtake.
Why was that an illegal overtake?
Yellow flag.
All right, Timmy, what are you doing over there? Steering wheel $699. I think the CRP2 pedals are 300 something. And the wheelbase, the R21 that I have is maybe $899, something like that.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Can I remove Nitro from the lobby? Yeah, we'll see. If he haven't added me as a friend on EA, then I can definitely get rid of him. I try to refrain from removing people that are in my lobby, like that are watching me live. But I can certainly kick him if he's not racing fairly and it's pretty egregious and has been happening constantly.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
I gotta be honest with you, Timmy. I feel like you're intentionally braking early. This is Miami, Sammy.
Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
Okay.
And gap to the car in front.
Rich off bags.
4.4
Appreciate the follow.
seconds.
Ah, that's too bad, Sammy. I feel like we had Mexico coming up. I feel like I added it.
Caution, caution.
Arca? What's up?
You managed it really well. So let's look at it in the data.
All right. Nice, Manny. You won. Good work. I appreciate the follow. Yeah, let me take a look and just see if he's a rando first. Man, I've almost been on here for 2 hours. This is longer than I expected. I thought it was going to be like an hour tops. Good, I'm able to get like basically a full live stream in. I guess I'm gonna be on 6 days this week. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna go through the list and get rid of some randos. Chile, I think we're doing Mexico if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know if it's next, but I feel like we have it coming up. But let me just double check when we get back into the lobby. I am not a big fan of Mexico. It just doesn't agree with my driving style. I'm just not very, just bad things happen to me there. How many more races? I'd say at most a couple. Whoa, thanks for the 50... 780. Thanks for all the roses. Just go to Multiplayer Grand Prix and then look up average at Best Racer. All right. Nitro is a rando, so I'm going to kick him. Timmy is also a rando, and he was also kind of just messing with me, so I'm kicking him as well. Oh, yeah. Has anyone added me as a friend? Okay. Oh, wait. Did he just ask me to go to a... Aw, damn it. I thought that was a friend request. Crap. Sorry, guys. I jumped out of the lobby. Oh wait, did someone just invite me back to the same lobby? I appreciate it. Well, appreciate the 147 roses. Maybe this is a sign for me to end soon. Getting so sick of these songs on here. What's going on? Oh, did everyone back out? Alright, well then I might as well just back out too. I'll just create another one. Sorry guys, that was my mistake. I think we're probably just gonna do Mexico. We're gonna do Mexico, and then we're gonna finish off with doing Abu Dhabi. I think those are gonna be my last two. Turn griefing back on. Ooh, hold on. Let me change the laps to. Cool. All right. Give everyone a few minutes to filter back in. Apologize for that. Willie, doing all right, man. Major diecast collector. What type of diecast do you collect? Like cars? The rig, like everything, including PC, is probably like 8,000. Nice. That's awesome. I think that would be something I would be interested in doing. Zachary, I'm doing all right. Just glad that it's Saturday. Happy that I was able to fit in a live stream today. GWN. I am from, well, I was born here. From like the Baltimore, DC area, metro area. But my parents are Japanese, if that's what you're asking. Anupong, appreciate the follow. So if you don't count the PC, then it's 5 to 6K. Just one, and just, well, this is just one monitor. This is one monitor, one continuous monitor. Thanks, Chili. Appreciate it. All right, Jackson, sounds good. GWN, thanks for the follow. JJ, thanks for the follow. Jesse, thanks for the follow. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Chili, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. It has been a while, William. How you been? F1 Top, thanks for the follow. Sammy, wheel, $6.99 usually, and I think the CRP2 pedals are like $350-ish, $3.99, something like that. All right, let's go ahead and just ready up. Oh, hold on. I don't think I meant to do quick fire. We'll do short lap. Nice. We actually got a dusting here in Maryland earlier this week, but nothing significant yet. But it certainly has been cold enough, though. I swear, I hate winter. I liked winter when I was younger, when it used to be fun playing in the snow. And even now, I do like going snowboarding every once in a while. But I mean, most of the time, what snow means is that, like, I still have to work, and then the roads are gross, and my kids are, unless there's significant snow, it usually means that they're kind of stuck inside. So, I'd much rather be in summer for sure. On average, how much money do I get per stream? Like basically nothing. The only money that I would receive is from your gifts, and unfortunately TikTok takes a pretty big chunk out of like your gifts and stuff. And I know there's some times like whoa, like he's really generous a lot of the times, but there's plenty of times during live streams where like only a couple people gift, like a couple roses or something like that, and when that happens it's like pennies probably, cents, maybe like a nickel. I think the money really is um I think the money could come in when you hit 10K, because then you start being eligible for some of the other monetary incentives. Like you can get money for your video views once you hit 10K followers. But I'm still working my way up there, so I'm not getting any money for any of the videos that I post. So really the only money that I would get is from like the gifts you send for live streams and stuff. But again, it usually doesn't amount to really much of anything. Nonetheless, I still really appreciate it when you guys, it's the thought and the generosity and the support that I really appreciate for sure. Oh, Bobby, thanks for the follow. Thanks, Jackson. Jackson, I appreciate that. Yeah, even if it's like not really amounting to any money, like I still enjoy like, doing something outside of work that I feel like I'm working towards. And if it ends up turning into something where I would be able to start paying my bills for, then like great. That's awesome. But, it's something that would be really amazing to have, but in my heart of hearts I feel like I don't know if I see that as a realistic expectation, but at the time, for the time being, I certainly really enjoy doing all this stuff. So. C. Kunis? Appreciate the follow. Just go to F1 World, scroll all the way over to Multiplayer Grand Prix, and then you can either create your own lobby and invite your friends, or you can browse a lobby and just join one. Oh yeah, I know. Mexico's definitely a race where you need to pay attention. Wade, yeah, open lobby. Per my usual. Momo, thanks for the follow. Officially Marvel, thanks for the follow. Uh, Mark,
Green
no,
flag.
this is on PC. You can play it on PS5, but I'm playing on PC. Sean, thanks for the follow. Y, thanks for the follow. Do I play other games?
Okay, so leading our teammate by 2.4 seconds.
I used to be really heavy into Call of Duty back in the day. But I've kind of fallen off of that. I like other racing games, but I usually don't have time to play any of them. I in particular like playing rally games. I also bought Le Mans Ultimate on Black Friday. I bought it, but I haven't downloaded it yet. But hopefully when I have time.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.5 seconds.
Honestly, today might have been a good day to just like download it and play it. But live streaming is like so ingrained in what I do that like whenever I have some free time, like the first thing I think is like, oh, do I have enough time where I could potentially just live stream? But to be honest, like I don't know how old you guys are on here, but like once you have kids, especially 2 of them, you very rarely have time at home, like with just yourself. So I would say this is like a once every
Okay,
4
final
month
lap. Let's go. Final lap.
occasion, if not longer. Once every 6 months type of thing. So I want to take advantage of it in live stream. Especially since I wasn't going to anyway, since I have some family coming into town this evening that I have to pick up from the airport, and that's usually when I have time to live stream. So, why do I have the offset view? Well, I wanted a TV, one of the TV pod whatevers, because I thought it'd be a good viewing experience for you guys. And I picked the offset because it reminds me of what's on TV. And that's about it. Nice, Chili. Well, dude, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hope you come back then. I'm usually on between like 8:30, 9:15 Eastern, PM Eastern. So this daytime thing is kind of a new thing for me. It usually doesn't happen. Examine, you just woke up an hour ago? Why are you sleeping in so late? So you woke up at like 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something? Oh, 1 p.m.? That's not bad. You're in college, right? I remember waking up at 1 p.m. in college. David Ferreira, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Chili, I usually stream at night. This is a one-off sort of occasion. Aji, thanks for the 2 roses. Appreciate it. You woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning? I'm usually up at latest by 8. So I see my kids are usually up by 8, if not earlier. If they sleep in until like 8:30, I would consider that like sleeping in for me. Oh, examined you stay up until 6 a.m.? Jesus. Rian, what's up? No, no, I live in the States. I live near DC. All right, guys, gonna do, I think, one more race, and then I didn't think I was gonna be streaming this long, but I'm almost getting to the point where I need to get ready to pick up my sister and brother-in-law from the airport. So I'm gonna call this my last race, and then I'm gonna hop off and get ready. I know, Harvey, it's sad, isn't it? And the reason why, I know a lot of you guys have heard this already, but the reason why is because when I use the full screen, it stretches out the leaderboard, the track map, all that sort of stuff, all the way to the end of the screen. And then you guys won't see it while I'm game casting. All right, 5 lapper, Abu Dhabi, finish off the live stream. But you're right. I think about that all the time, Harvey. I always think like, man, I almost forget what the game even looks like on full screen because I don't remember the last time I played it on full screen. I think the last time I might have played this game on full screen was maybe what is it? It's December now. Probably 5 or 6 months ago. You were thinking about moving to Maryland? From where? I'd recommend it. I think it's a good middle ground. You get a good amount of all seasons in Maryland. It can be kind of expensive, but there's also some nice, cute towns as well. We're by the mountains, the Appalachians. Not the best in terms of winter sports compared to West Coast, but you still get winters and you can still do like winter type sports. The mountains are very close, but you also have the beach very close as well. So you have Ocean City, which is very fun and packed and stuff, and the bay, the Chesapeake Bay, which is really cool. Um, and you're usually kind of away from any sort of crazy natural disaster. Hurricanes usually don't reach us. We don't have tornadoes. We don't have earthquakes. We very rarely have blizzards now. I know growing up, it used to be like once every 4 years or so, we used to have like blizzard-ish, where we would get like, I forgot to set up. We would get like a foot of snow plus, but nowadays, I feel like the last time it snowed over a foot was like 10 years ago now. But we'll usually get like a handful of substantial snow. Like enough that you'd be able to like go sledding. You can go to the local slopes and go snowboarding or skiing or whatever. Oh, you used to live in Virginia. Nice. And also a good thing with Maryland is that we have two, uniquely different cities that are like 40 minutes away from each other, with Baltimore, which is like a kind of like a blue collar type of town, and then DC, which is like, has a bunch of fancy restaurants and all the monuments and Smithsonian museums and that sort of stuff. That's all like very close. But then if you drive 2 hours from Baltimore, you're in Philadelphia. And then if you drive like another like hour and a half from there, you're in New York City. So it's a really cool place, I think. Really cool location to be in, I think.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Ab, appreciate the follow. Is the crime rate bad? That's it's funny. I feel like Baltimore has the reputation of having really bad crime, but there's like a lot of cities. There's good areas and there's bad areas, and then there's obviously sometimes the bad area sort of spills over. But I used to actually live in the city, in Baltimore City, at one point in time, and it's amazing how like a bad area could just be like, I don't know, like a quarter mile away, but you would never know it being in like a decent, halfway decent neighborhood. There's like almost like an invisible barrier that like where crime just doesn't cross, even though it's so close geographically to you. But no, I mean, knock on wood, knock on wood, I've never had any issues. Living in Baltimore, working in Baltimore, I've never had any issues, but I've generally just stayed in like the nicer areas though. Hockey Pro, thanks for the follow. Jordan Brown, thanks for the follow. Oh, weird. Hockey Pro is telling me that you follow it twice for some reason. I don't even know how that's possible. The Real Smiley, thanks, man. Yep, I'm a Ravens fan. Been to a couple of their playoff games. It'd be pretty sweet if I was able to be like a season ticket holder at some point, but they're so expensive. I actually haven't gone to a game this season, but I usually try to catch. I usually try to go to a game every season. But this season, I mean, they had such a rough start, and they're by
3.6 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind, 16.0 seconds.
by our standards, the Ravens are pretty bad this year. So, to be honest, I'm not a fair weather fan. I don't even know, like, what's the point? Like, I don't need to like watch them stink it up for me to prove that I'm a fan of the Ravens. You know what I mean? So, I haven't really been watching them that much this season because they're just not good. Sure, they've like squeaked out some games and they might still have a chance of making the playoffs, but at most they're like a one and done team. Fuze, appreciate the follow. What's the hardest track? Man, what's the hardest track? The hardest track for me is definitely Mexico. I just can't drive it. But some of the tracks that I feel like are a little bit more technical, I think Brazil's one of them. I think those are all pretty difficult. I mean, you can also argue that some of those like street courses are also really difficult because those like 90-degree corners are so impactful that you do it correctly. Because if you do it incorrectly, then it penalizes you for like the 2 miles straight that ensues afterwards. You know what I mean? I kind of like the tracks like Qatar that are like mainly just like sweeping sort of corners, where really the goal is not to scrub speed, but a lot of the time your foot is just like smashed down on the pedal and you're just kind of steering. I like those sort of tracks. I think Spain is very similar to that. Spain is similar. I already mentioned Qatar. What's another one that's kind of like that? Oh yeah, that's right. China. I keep forgetting about China. But yes, I don't like China either. Alex, what are you doing? Hockey Pro, I think Lando's going to win. Yeah, I forgot about Monaco too, but I don't hate Monaco. Oh, perfect timing. They're back. I timed it perfectly. They literally just walked through the door. James, thanks for the follow. Aiden, thanks for the follow. All right, guys. I couldn't have timed that perfectly, to be honest with you. Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate all the likes. 17K likes. That's amazing, guys. 114 follows. Also freaking amazing. Really love the engagement, the conversation. Really looking forward to tomorrow's live stream when we can talk about the winner and everything that ensued during the race tomorrow. Just a heads up, the first race for tomorrow's live stream, which will start right around 9 o'clock or so, is going to be our league race. So only league members are going to be racing on that one, but you're more than welcome to join and watch. I am going to be streaming it. But just as a heads up, that's what the first race is going to be. But then after that, I'm going to open it back up to open lobbies where anyone can join. So hope I can see you guys there. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. Have a good rest of your Saturday night and Sunday. And I will hopefully see you guys Sunday night. Thanks a lot, guys. Oh, The Real Smiley, thanks for the heart. Appreciate it. Sunset, thanks for the follow. And SteezyF1, thanks for the follow as well. Cool. Alrighty. Later, guys. It's been fun. Peace out.